have 6 fake identities online, and I use them to lie to my 13-year-old. I found my son's YouTube channel by accident while looking for a Fortnite tutorial on my lunch break. My son Theo had been begging me to play with him for months because he had nobody else to squad up with, and I figured the least I could do was learn the basics so I wouldn't embarrass him. The video had 6 views and 0 comments, and I recognized his voice immediately, even though he was trying to make it sound deeper. My son Theo is 13 and painfully shy, the kind of kid who eats lunch in the library because the cafeteria feels like too much. He never told me about this channel, and when I scrolled through his uploads, I understood why. He had posted 23 videos over 6 months, and there was almost no engagement at all. The most recent one had a description that said, "Probably my last video since nobody watches anyway." I watched him come home from school that day and go straight to his room without saying a word, and I knew I had to do something. The first account I made was called Bot Lobby Benny. I spent 2 hours watching other gaming videos to figure out how people talked in the comments. I learned that nobody types in full sentences, and everything needs at least one emoji, or it looks fake. My first comment said, "Bro, this edit was clean," with a fire emoji. I felt ridiculous typing it, but the next morning Theo came down to breakfast, smiling at his phone for the first time in weeks. I asked what he was smiling about, and he shrugged. "Nothing, just some YouTube stuff." I pushed a little, and he got this nervous look on his face. "Actually, Dad, I kind of have my own channel, but it's stupid." I told him that wasn't stupid at all and asked what kind of videos he made. He spent 20 minutes showing me clips while I pretended I had never seen any of them. And when he got to the comments, he pointed at my fake account and said, "Look, I got a real comment from someone I don't even know." I told him that was awesome, and he looked at me like I had just handed him a trophy. By the end of the month, I had 6 accounts and a notebook to track which personality said what. Bot Lobby Benny was a noob who asked for advice and made Theo feel like an expert. Crankin' Carl was a hype man who called everything insane. TTV Sweaty Palms was supposedly a 15-year-old girl who thought his edits were fire, and one night at dinner, Theo brought her up out of nowhere. There's this girl who watches my videos and she said my last clip was actually cracked. His mom raised an eyebrow and asked what cracked meant, and Theo laughed. "It means really good, Mom. Keep up." I shoved a forkful of mashed potatoes in my mouth to keep from smiling. His subscriber count crept up from 12 to almost 90, and some of those people weren't even me. He started sitting with other kids at lunch who also made content, and his teacher emailed saying he volunteered to present in class for the first time all year. Then one day, he came into the living room while I was watching football and sat down next to me with a weird look on his face. I asked if everything was okay, and he held up his phone without a word. On the screen was a comment from Bot Lobby Benny that said, "This victory royale was absolutely phenomenal." I kept my face completely still and asked what I was supposed to be looking at. "Dad, do you know who this is?" My heart started pounding, but I just shrugged and asked why he would think I knew some random person on the internet. "Because you literally call everything absolutely phenomenal." I told him lots of people said that, and he shook his head. "This guy also says okie dokie just like you." I opened my mouth to respond, but he cut me off. "And he called one of my clips tremendous, Dad." I could see him putting it all together in real time. "Who under the age of 60 says tremendous?" I told him I had shared his channel with some guys at work, and one of them must have picked up my vocabulary, then held my breath. I watched his face shift from suspicion to something softer as he decided he wanted to believe me more than he wanted the truth. "I guess that makes sense. Your co-workers are all kind of old like you." Theo went back to his room to film another video.